In 2007, a 17-year-old girl named Louise Anderson was rescued from her kidnapper after unknowingly being held hostage for 16 years. She was thought to have died with her parents in a house fire in 1991. When the blaze was finally put out, the entire Anderson residence was burnt to a crisp. No bodies were found. The police and fire department had just left it at it having been an electrical malfunction that had started the fire. Louise was found because of an ongoing search for the family by her grandparents, on her father's side, who had never given up hope. Louise was only rescued because she had been brought to a Copenhagen hospital nearly dead of a flu. She had been sick for over a week before one of her friends had grown so concerned that she managed to sneak Louise out of the small country home that she was unknowingly being held at and drive her to the city hospital. If she hadn't been brought in, she would have been dead the next day, her doctor revealed. Louise's friends said that Louise had begged her to get her out of the home as her father had refused to, reassuring her that the flu would pass soon enough. Louise's abductor was Olaf Hansen, the man she had thought was her father for over 15 years. Olaf Hansen had kidnapped Louise as a baby after murdering her parents. Louise's parents, Benjamin and Catherine, had both considered Olaf to be their best friend, and would never have suspected he was capable of the atrocities he committed. Benjamin even helped Olaf acquire a job at the upscale office at which he had been working. Olaf was said to have even burst into tears when he found out that Benjamin had done this for him. "I'll repay you somehow," Olaf promised Benjamin, half a year before murdering him. Unfortunately, Benjamin could never have guessed what kind of compensation Olaf really had in mind. He could never have imagined what plan Olaf had been brewing in his mind as they embraced. Olaf had planned to rape Catherine. "It was an accident," he said when interrogated about Catherine's murder. "I tried to chloroform her, but she broke free and ran from me. I chased her, tackling her as she reached the stairs. We both fell, crashing down the steps. I heard a snap. I picked her up. Her head flopped around like a fish. Her neck was broken. And Benjamin, oh poor Benji, he just had to come home from work early. I thought I would have time to get rid of the body. I had him cover for me to make sure. But Benjamin, well, he had to find some way of getting out of work early. I heard Benjamin knocking for Catherine to open the door. He never had his keys ready. I hid in the kitchen, panicking, grabbing a large kitchen knife. I heard the door open. Benjamin called for Catherine a couple of times before he found her body. He saw her lying in the hall and ran over to her. I charged at him with breakneck speed. I drove the blade into him over and over again. He tried to struggle, but it was much too late for that. He didn't even know who was trying to kill him. I packed the two bodies on top of each other before setting the house on fire. I couldn't leave little Louise behind, so I took her with me. I fled to Denmark and left everything behind at Oslo. Since then, I have never returned to Norway, not even once," Olaf admitted. Louise later said that she could never have imagined that Olaf, the man who had raised her since she was a baby, was a depraved murderer. He had been overprotective of her and never let her have a boyfriend or any friends who were males, but he had been a caring and attentive parent. Many who followed the case assumed that it was guilt. However, they were sorely mistaken. "I came for Catherine," he stated. "I wanted her. Catherine was very beautiful. Her mother was beautiful. I saw the photos. If Catherine looked like her mother, then why wouldn't Louise look like Catherine? The freak bathed me as a little girl. I hope he burns in hell for what he did to my family," Louise told the police after being reunited with her grandparents. Hansen was executed by lethal injection 1 month later.